children.
You haven't?
I've seen the footage of
You've seen footage of
shredded children's bodies, and that's my taxpayer dollars. I'm going to bomb those kids.
So I think we should kill them all, if that makes you feel better. Everybody.
Debate bro congressman biting the bullet. If that makes you feel any better. Really committing to the bit. Wow. That's demonic. He just chomped onto that. But yeah, literally, just like we should just kill 2 million civilians. That's pretty what's that Innuendo Studios video about how it's usually a bad sign if people are willing to retire euphemisms? Like if people are just willing to come out and say it, you know? He's gonna regret saying that forever. Is he? Yeah, the death of a euphemism. Oh, well, yeah, that is his face. He looks like fat Saul Goodman a little bit, doesn't he? He looks like somebody took Saul Goodman and used the, like, expand tool to, like, swell him up a little bit. Nah, lol. I see it. I see it a little bit. His eyes are different. It's not a perfect evil Jimmy Kimmel. I can see it. What an unfortunate but maybe appropriate surname. Yeah, he likes ogling dead Palestinian children, I guess. God damn. Well, that's pretty direct.
I've seen the footage of
You've seen footage of
shredded children's bodies, and that's my taxpayer dollars. I'm going to bomb those kids.
So I think we should kill them all, if that makes you feel better. Everybody.
Yeah, it's normally if I saw a clip this short, I would wonder if there's some missing context, but this seems pretty direct. I don't know how this could not mean what it appears to mean. Jesus Christ. I just Googled his name, by the way. This happened like a day ago, and the only news article that pops up on this topic specifically is from Middle East Monitor. I don't think anyone in America gives a shit. Like, I'm not saying nobody's covering it. I'm just saying it's not really getting a lot of attention for something this overt.
I've seen the
Audio get worse.
footage of
You've seen footage of
shredded children's bodies, and that's my taxpayer dollars. I'm going to bomb those kids.
So I think we should kill them all, if that makes you feel better. Everybody.
Sheesh. Isn't he being ironic, though? I don't really know if the, like, comedy edgelord ironic satire bit works when you're a congressman talking about the extermination of an ethnic group that you're currently supporting the ongoing destruction of, you know? Listen, I'll say a comedy mastermind, if ever there was one, that razor thin edge of satire where you're making jokes about the thing while doing the thing and the thing is genocide. Many questions have been raised about the personal and professional life of the Republican representative from the state of Tennessee, as he said that he has earned a higher educational degree even though his transcripts show he failed in every subject. Newspapers have also wondered about the source of the mysterious funds for his election campaign, as he received $320,000 without having a reasonable explanation for the source of these funds. Was it AIPAC? I mean, that would explain the commitment to the bit. I don't know. AIPAC does have a fuckload of money. Every subject. Stuff like this is actually pretty common. So this is like a little bit conspiratorial, so you're going to have to forgive me. But my understanding is that a lot of politicians broadly, but especially GOP politicians, they get elected off of lies, of course, and a lot of these lies are employed because the people who fundraise and bring the money in for their campaign want them to be very easily controllable, right? Basically, like, there are plenty of people out there who are dedicated and smart and very, 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 very good in their studies. And you could find those people and elevate them to being congressmen if you wanted to, right? With a bit of luck and hard work, you could do that. But those people are usually smart enough that they're not as easy to control, or they have other options. But if you have some dumb rapist frat boy who has connections, he's got a politician's face, he sucks at every subject, you can go up to that boy and you can say, look, we're going to make these problems go away, and we're going to get you the money you need. We're going to give you power you never thought you could have. But you have to do what we tell you to do. It's easier to get them to do that because they have no other options and they're totally dependent on you. You know? This representative stole $25,000 from a GoFundMe that was meant to bury his own stillborn child. No kidding. Past a point, you got to respect the commitment. In 2014, Ogles and his wife had a stillborn child, Lincoln, whose photograph Ogles had used in social media posts. He set up a GoFundMe to finance a child burial garden in Lincoln's memory, which was to contain a life-size statue of Jesus watching over the children, benches for families to sit while surrounded by flowers in the special garden, and that it was to be a place for Lincoln's new play friends as they wait in heaven to their families. Nearly $25,000 was raised, and GoFundMe confirmed that Ogles received the money. In 2023, a director of Williamson Memorial Funeral Home told News Channel 5 that 8 years earlier she had planned to meet Ogles' family to help organize a unified effort to aid parents dealing with the financial and emotional trauma of burying children. Whew, that was a big sentence. But that they never came back to us. The manager of the cemetery hosting Lincoln told News Channel 5 he had met Ogles and proposed Ogles buy several plots of land at the cemetery, but the manager did not know what became of the money. At least one donor demanded their money back and received a refund. In 2015, Ogles told the Tennessean that burials are heavily regulated and that the $23,575 he had raised in GoFundMe had not been spent. In 2022, Ogles spoke publicly about difficulties he experienced in getting his family's health insurers to pay his wife's medical bills after Lincoln was stillborn, and blamed Obamacare for the problems. In 2023, Ogles refused to respond to News Channel 5 when its reporters questioned him on the topic, but he later released a statement to the Tennessee Star claiming the funds raised were used. Does anyone else feel like Republicans in Tennessee are more Hitlerite than like almost anywhere else? It's Oklahoma, Ohio, Tennessee, and Texas, I feel, where like the median Republican are like weirdly Hitler-esque, you know? I don't even hear about that many people in like Florida. Like it's DeSantis I hear about, but you know, okay, so this guy's been doing the political game for a while, but didn't win until 2018. Maybe he's just a longtime grifter. You guys understand what I'm talking about when I say like you see people like this and you wonder, well, how do they get to where they are? Part of it is because grifting and lying are very good skills if you are a Republican political aspirant. And part of it, I think, is because you can't win without a lot of money, and people with a lot of money who want to finance candidates are going to want to put that money behind people who can be bought. You know? People with principles can't really be bought as easily, so they're not as likely to throw their money behind them, but people with no principles, like this guy, are very easy to buy. So where does their money come from? Well, it could come from anywhere. Do they have an article, or do they have a section here yet on him calling for the genocide of 2 million Palestinian innocents? Called for the impeachment of Joe Biden, denies the legitimacy of the 2020 U.S. presidential election, supports school choice, term limits, deregulating healthcare, lower taxes. He opposes earmarks. Oh, here it is. And it even has more context. You know what? I think we should kill them all if that makes you feel better. Everybody in Hamas. Ah, everybody in Hamas. It looks like this guy is actually a stalwart defender of human rights. Can you hear that in the clip? Because I hear him say everybody.
So I think we should kill them all, if that makes you feel better. Everybody.
Oh, I can kind of hear it, everybody in Hamas, but it sounds really stilted.
If that makes you feel better. Everybody.
Yeah, it came across really, really stuffy there, but okay, I hear it. It's called foreign policy. Hamas and the Palestinians have been attacking Israel for 20 years, and it's time to pay the piper. All right, sorry guys, Hitler particles reaccumulating. There we go. So by everybody in Hamas, he just means all Palestinians, you know? You wouldn't distinguish between Hamas and Palestinians, but then reincorporate both groups in your accusations. And it's time to pay the piper. I love ethics. I love normative ethics. I love that subject, you know? I don't think he was being ironic, guys. I don't know. You could kind of tell that from him saying kill everybody in Hamas in response to concerns about shredded kids. Oh, yeah, fully, yeah. Somebody else is saying, hey, look at all these civilians are dying. And his response is, kill them all. Kill everyone in Hamas. Like, obviously the implication there is he just thinks they're all Hamas. Right? Like, yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Well, that's wacky. Oh, this is the guy! The controversial representative had previously proposed a draft law prohibiting those holding Palestinian citizenship from entering the U.S. Yeah, this is the guy. At least he's morally consistent. If he thinks all Palestinians are Hamas, then yeah, they'd all be barred because of the terrorist list or whatever. Yeah, I remember. Andy Ogles, Palestinian immigration. There it is. Tennessee U.S. Rep. Andy Ogles co-sponsors legislation blocking Palestinian Authority passport holders entry. I can't talk today. The bill, also known as the No Temporary Protected Status for Terrorists Act. Catchy. Man, look at all the effort that went into drafting this bill that was definitely a serious proposal and not a transparent attempt at getting clout off of being the most Hitlerite Hitler in Congress. Look at this. Look at this extremely thorough draft bill. Did he ever defend that over video? He did, didn't he? Hold on. I'm pretty sure I remember that. Let me see if I can...
Biden administration has let in over 8 million people. We're going to have to start deporting people. That is a fact. Our border towns can't handle it. Quite frankly, Tennessee. I mean, just we saw with the release of the memo for the Department of Homeland Security that we have
is this about
roughly
Palestinians?
600 so-called. And this memo is dated back to September, so we don't even have an updated number, but they're coming to Middle Tennessee.
Okay, I don't think this is about Palestinians. This is just him ranting in a car about that. Border bill, border bill. Can't find a video of him defending that specific thing. Okay, well. Tennessee, famous border country. I'm sure, you know, like the median American, it lives in like, you know, like 600 miles from the border and thinks that they're going to be overwhelmed by MS-13 at any point in time. All right. We've done our anti-Ogle segment. Tons of Mexicans get out of Texas quickly as possible for the obvious reasons. There are too many Mexicans in Texas. I don't know. There's too many for them all to leave. Listen, okay, Texas belongs to Mexico. I say what we do is we respect Texas's desire to secede from the United States and we allow them to be re-assimilated into Greater Mexico. That's what I think. Cali too? Let's keep Cali. It sucks, but I don't know. Let's keep it.